What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Stash Cash. I am back with another video. So I noticed the last video I did, people enjoyed it, people appreciated it, where I had basically gave 6 steps to success. You feel what I'm saying? It was basically 6 steps to success. I think the title was called Achieving Your Goals, something in that realm, right? So I'm gonna use that same formula within this video and explain why I feel like YouTube may feel like it's hard for a lot of people. Once again, I got my notes, you feel me? And I'ma just give you guys my personal opinion on why I feel like things is a little bit tough, you know what I mean? First, I feel like people don't give themselves enough time. Me included, when I first started out on YouTube, I wanted that instant gratification. I wanted things to be done quick. I wanted to see results fast, but it was a couple things that I just felt like I was supposed to do at that time that I didn't, which was give myself enough time to grow and get established. Now, everything that I'm telling you guys is off of experience. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it. I've went through the trial and tribulations and, you know, felt a little bit of success on here. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I pretty much feel like I understand what I'm talking about because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, giving yourself enough time to grow and get established. When I first got on this YouTube channel, my content wasn't what it is now. I did a lot of reaction videos. I did a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I had an idea of what it is I wanted to do, but because, you know what I mean, I wasn't familiar with how things worked at that time, I had to switch things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So to sum it up, I basically have to give myself enough time to grow and get established, get my feet wet, figure out what it is that works for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I feel like a lot of people, you know what I mean, miss out on, is understanding that they need to go out there. They gotta, you know, train themselves. They gotta understand what it is that's gonna work for them. And the only way they could do that is by posting content, you know what I mean, messing up. What's the other thing? Not only messing up, but also achieving, you know what I'm saying? And just understanding that first, I say, few months on YouTube is just you figuring things out. That's that, right? Second, give yourself time to give yourself time to perfect the craft. You know what I'm saying? Perfect your craft. That time when you trying to figure things out and, you know, things is just so new, you have to also understand that you have to give yourself time to perfect your craft. Because I was on YouTube for a little while now, and I took the time out to understand certain things, such as editing, you know, networking. It's a whole lot of things that I felt like I learned on here that I didn't know when I first got on here, because I gave myself time to perfect the craft. This right here is something, this very thing I'm doing as far as with this talking head video is something new. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the more I do this, the better I'm going to get. I feel like I have valuable information, but I'm still a little bit not comfortable talking to the camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not comfortable talking to the camera, but I feel like the more I do it, the better I will become. And the thing that's so special about what it is I'm doing is not only the fact that I feel like I'm giving valuable information, but I'm also giving it to you authentically. You feel me? I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna upload it, and, you know, whoever comes across it, comes across it. So give yourself time to perfect your craft. Number 3, giving yourself time to understand your business. That's important. That's another thing I feel like people, you know, in general have a hard time doing, is understanding the business. So for example, all these things that I'm telling you is things that I've went through, you know what I'm saying? So when I first got on YouTube, I was noticing there was a lot of people telling me things like, you have to put out long form content. Like it gotta be 8 to 10 minutes and everything like that, right? And at the time, because I was new, I was listening to what people was telling me. So my videos was 10, 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But then when I go into my analytics, I'm noticing people was only watching 2 minutes of what it is I was posting out of the 15-minute long form video, which led me to the conclusion that people is not watching a lot of what it is I'm posting, which means I had to like now figure out a way to not dumb it down, because it's not dumbing it down, but figuring out a way to just make the video shorter, you know what I'm saying? So I started doing 1 to 2 minute cinematic vlogs. If you haven't checked out my cinematic vlogs, it's definitely on my channel. It's amazing. That was things that I was doing that I'm still gonna be doing, but you know, those are things that one of the things that I do on this channel. But I was creating 1 to 2 minute cinematic vlogs, which people enjoyed. And because people enjoyed it, people watched the whole thing. And because people watched the whole thing, YouTube pushed it out more. And it just created this buzz for me around this whole YouTube world. And all that came off of me understanding a little bit of the business. You know, read your analytics, understand what it is, you know what I mean, you need to do in order to get your video, which is your product, because you are a business, out there more. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand the business. If you don't understand your business, you pretty much just doing things for no reason, just wishing somebody give you a shot. And y'all know I'm big on not depending on anybody and, you know, people holding your hand. You have to go out there and make it happen. And the way you make that happen is, the way to make that happen is by you going out there and understanding your business and understanding how things work. You know what I'm saying? 4, you know what I'm saying? 4, identifying who your core audience is. That's important. You know what I'm saying? Identifying who your core audience is. So them people, this is where it's like, especially early on in your YouTube career or whatever career you are in, this is where it's important to pay attention. I told you earlier, well, just recently, that I started creating 1 to 2 minute cinematic vlogs, right? Now, when I was creating those 1 to 2 minute cinematic vlogs, people were enjoying it. They really enjoyed that. So that was my way of, well, one of my way of identifying who my core audience is, by not just replying and telling people thank you because they watched your video, but going to their pages as well. Understand, like, especially when you're new and you just starting, it shouldn't be hard to tap in with the people that's tapping in with you. So with that being said, what I did was, when people comment under my videos, the people that engaged with me, I engaged with them, whether it's through going to their content and watching their videos or staying in contact with them through their live streams. But I knew who my core audience was because I stayed in touch with them just as much as they stayed in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? Remember, this is just not about you. You have to pay attention. Now, if you're a content creator that has, you know, millions of subscribers and it's just like a lot, then it's like, okay, I can understand it's pretty hard for you to keep up with everybody. But if you have a count of 500 to 1,000 subscribers, it shouldn't be hard to keep up with the people who's keeping up with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. That's just identifying who your core audience is. Number 5. See, I'm not gonna even edit this. Like the way I'm doing this is just gonna be what it is, and I'm gonna upload it. But number 5 is identifying with what the people want. So like I stated before, because I've tapped in with the people who tapped in with me, I pretty much identified who my core audience was, but at the same time, I had a feeling of understanding what it is they wanted. With that being said, I knew I connected. I know my people was a bunch of content creators. They people on here that create content. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at that as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that, you know, even me as a content creator is always looking for new information to become a better content creator. You can always learn from somebody. So with that being said, there's little things that I do where I push the importance of networking, building, connecting. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I do that is because I understand who my core audience is. I know what they want. I know that my core audience want to grow. I know they want more eyes to be seen on, you know, their channel as well. So I help them do that. That's one of the things I do, but I also do things like this, which is why I'm doing this video, giving information to my core audience. So because I understand who my core audience is, I know who's gonna watch my content, and I know it's gonna be valuable because I understand what my core audience is. This is why I am now doing these type of videos where I'm giving this type of information. You know what I'm saying? So that was number 5. Number 6, understand that you have to build your value. And you're not gonna be able to build your value unless you go through the 5 steps that I spoke on before I got to the 6th step. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand those 5 steps that I had said before I got to the 6th step, which is understanding you have to build your value. So because I done helped so many people connect and grow their channel and gave so much valuable information, people trust me. And the things that I've did, it worked for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I understood that I had to build my value, and I understand now that I have value. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you another example in what it is I'm about to do. For example, I'm going off of my notes. Reach out to me via Instagram. I do $25 consultations on how to get monetized, build a channel, and also build an amazing community here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to learn how to build your channel, if you want to learn how to connect with new people on YouTube and build a community, reach out to me on Instagram. I do $25 consultations and we can make things happen. You feel me? And I feel like just by me putting this in that video, I feel like it's somebody that's gonna reach out and is gonna be wanting to work and basically trust me enough to be like, okay, because I see this person is connected and understand his community, and even with the comments that I have in the comment section, it's gonna be people that's gonna be here for the first time that's gonna be like, wow, this dude do have a lot of people that's engaging. This guy do has, you know, a decent amount of views. People do trust him. $25, what's that? Why not invest in myself to see, you know, how far this can take me? But I'm comfortable enough to do that because I understand that I built my value here on this platform. And I feel like that's what we all have to do. We all have to go out here and build our value. And in order for us to build our value, we have to understand the first 5 steps that I said before I got to that 6th step. So if you ain't do so already, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment under the video, tell me what you think, and also hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm dropping a new video, because once again, you know, YouTube do not like to push my videos out to all the people that I'm subscribed to. They want to push my video out to the people that they want to push it out to. So hit the hit the notification bell so you could be notified when I go live and also when I'm dropping a new video. And I look forward to seeing y'all. You know what I mean? It don't get no realer than this. I'm not gonna edit this video, like I said. I'm just gonna post it and we gonna go to the moon. We gonna go to the moon, y'all. My name is Stash Cash. Thank you for taking the time out to watch, and I'll see y'all again on the next video. Yeah.